Welcome back into the War Room. Owen Schroyer, Roger Stone with you. Roger, we've been taking a lot of calls today asking the audience what they think about the government shutdown and specifically asking people who've been affected to call in. We've taken a couple calls from people that were affected. We got a couple more lined up we're going to get to in the third hour here in about 15 minutes. Roger, let's get your take, though, on where the government shutdown is at and how Trump is handling this, how you think it should be handled. Do you think he's winning this right now? Do you think he'll lose it eventually? Roger, let's just get a Roger Stone take here in your final segment on the current status of the government shutdown.
Well, I think it is vitally important that the president stick to his guns. I know him to be one of the most stubborn people on the face of the planet when he is set on a goal. I don't mean that as a negative or a pejorative. I mean it as a positive. Lindsey Graham came to him with some kind of a compromise, which he rejected wisely. And the Democrats keep saying, oh, he's just pandering to his base. No, he's keeping faith with the people who elected him, which I know you hate this, turned out to be a majority in the last election. There's nothing wrong with keeping faith with the people that elected you. By the way, most people have to go online to see if the government's still shut down. That shows you what a lack of effect it has on their everyday lives. In fact, it kind of demonstrates that maybe we don't need all these people. Maybe government is too big and too expensive, and maybe a lot of those people, not all of them, obviously, but maybe a lot of them don't actually do anything that serves the American public. Oh, did he really just say that? How gauche. Anyway, I do think that it's vitally important that the president see this through. We need to seal our borders. The allegation that there is no crisis is bullshit being spewed by the likes of Anderson Cooper and Jim Acosta and Ari Melber and other know-nothings, other front men for the corporate-owned media. They're the ones who have no facts on their side. They're the ones who are wrong. Indisputable. 90% of the fentanyl in this country, enough to kill the entire public, comes over our southern border. You can't argue with that. It's a fact. So I think the president is doing the right thing. I did want to comment on one other thing, Owen, because I know you would have picked up on this. We learned today that when Congressman Adam Schiff insisted that Bruce Orr only spoke to Christopher Steele and others involved in the formulation and fabrication of the fake dossier after the FISA warrants had already been approved, we now know that this turns out to be a lie, a bald-faced lie. In other words, it's bullshit. For those listening on radio, I said S-C-H-I-F-F, Schiff. It's a Schiff storm. That's S-C-H-I-F-F. You know, if Adam Schiff has anything other than this kind of bullshit to keep peddling, he ought to come forward. In fact, I think it's time for Adam to Schiff or get off the pot. Quit lying about me. It's abundantly clear that you are the one lying. Lie number one, quote, I've seen more than circumstantial evidence of Russian collusion. You said it to Chuck Todd. It's a lie. Secondarily, in the hearing with me, you said, no, the FBI did inspect the DNC computer servers. No, sir, that is another piece of steaming pile of bullshit. It's a lie, and now you've been caught in yet another lie. How many times does this man have to lie before people realize that he may be the greatest single huckster, the greatest con man ever elected to the United States Congress? This guy makes, Adam Schiff makes Tricky Dick Nixon look like St. Thomas Aquinas. Trivia question for you, Owen. How can you tell when Adam Schiff is lying? Answer, his lips are moving.
Well, you didn't even give me a chance to answer. That's what I was going to say.
So now I've used up every Adam Schiff joke I have. Unless you've got another one, we can move on. Seriously, I've been in American politics for over 50 years. This guy is a Harvard-educated con artist. He is a master manipulator. I wrote a piece yesterday. You can see it at Infowars.com. Why does Adam Schiff's story keep shifting? I'm the one who's been consistent. Even Anderson Cooper said it when he last interviewed me. He's the one whose story keeps changing. At the end of the day, I will prove to the American people that he's the one lying. My testimony before the House Intelligence Committee, entirely accurate and truthful. Call off your dogs. No one believes Shelby Holiday. No one believes Natasha Bertrand. Nobody believes Abigail Tracy. These women are vipers. They're liars. They're fabricators, and they have no credibility. They even have to go private on their Twitter feeds because they fear being confronted with the truth. This is kind of the amen chorus of the House Democrats promulgating their nonsense. No, you have zero evidence of Donald Trump's collusion with the Russians. You have nothing, nada, zilch. We're calling you out. You're a bullshiffer. You, Jerry Nadler, Congressman Eric Swallwell. By the way, InfoWarriors, do an act of charity. Buy yourself a tube of Clearasil and mail it to the Congressional Office of Eric Swallwell today. He needs it more than you do.
Or maybe a mirror, maybe first. But Roger, just to continue on the Adam Schiff page, you know, it is Adam Schiff who's on tape, what he believes, attempting to get dirt from Russian agents. That's on tape. But of course,
you notice how that story's dropped out of the media, though, Owen? Notice how you never hear it again? We talk about it here at InfoWars, but you won't see it in the mainstream media.
Yeah, go figure. And I think it was yesterday, Roger, I think it was after you signed off and we were discussing this, I aired a PBS special that goes into Adam Schiff's district, and it's PBS, public broadcasting station. They call what's happening in Adam Schiff's district right now a humanitarian crisis. And they're right. You have tens of thousands of people homeless in Adam Schiff's district, and they're literally having to defecate in the streets. The poverty is out of control. The drug addiction is out of control. It's all out of control. It's all in Adam Schiff's district. He does nothing. He doesn't even bring it up. He doesn't even go into his own district to realize the humanitarian crisis that's going on. No, he goes to D.C., separated from all of it behind his own walls and his own armed security, and attacks Trump for being a Russian agent as this guy's district is going into a hellhole, and the police have to go around the streets every day at 3 a.m. and hose down the streets with chemicals so that there's not an outbreak of tuberculosis or some other disease every day. This is Adam Schiff's district. This is what he's ignoring. He has Schiff all over his own district, and I can't believe the Democrats are allowing him to get away with this.
Well, as I said previously, don't Swalwell that. It's covered in Schiff. Bring up that picture again, if you would, of the leadership of the Democrats that we just had up seconds ago. Black and white photo. There we go. Larry, Moe, and Curly. These guys, I mean, on the left, Jerry Nadler, a wholly owned subsidiary of Google, a man who is not allowed to pass gas unless it's approved by the Google board of directors. Adam Schiff, I think we've already talked about him. And Elijah Cummings, I demand, Congressman, you take an ID test because your IQ is about 70. You make Hank Johnson look like Albert Einstein, for God's sakes. By the way, for those of you who don't know, it was Elijah Cummings who recommended Rod Rosenstein to the position of Deputy Attorney General. And it is Reince Priebus who is responsible for this effort coming up to impeach the president, because he is the one who empowered Rosenstein. So the next time you see him on CNN talking like a Republican, he's a quisling. He's a traitor. He's Benedict Arnold. And he, more than anyone else, is responsible for what's happening today.
And people seem to forget this, but Donald Trump has had to first defeat the establishment right, still battling the establishment right, or Republicans, if you will, and of course the left that is trying to destroy him and anything he touches or anyone he's ever been associated with, including yourself, Roger Stone. But we've already covered that ad nauseum. But I'm going to keep this on my desk every day, and I'm going to bang on it again. This thick report from the New York Times. Do you hear how big this report is, Roger? Listen to this. This is the New York Times report. I have it right here. Give me a doc cam. This is the New York Times report. They caught Russian collusion, Roger. I have it right here from April 22nd, 2015. cash flowed to Clinton Foundation amid Russian uranium deal. It talks about how Vladimir Putin wanted to get all the enriched uranium, how Hillary Clinton and how Robert Mueller helped him get this done. All the Russian collusion is in this 17-page report right here on the New York Times from 2015. We have the Russian collusion, Roger. It's right here.
All you need, Owen, is a Roger Stone paperweight to keep it right there on your desk.
I think I'll go get that Roger Stone paperweight. It's the official size of the rock that David used to take down Goliath.
This is a solution for you and your family. This is something guaranteed, like oxygen and water, to sustain life. There are a bunch of bad halogens. There is one good halogen in the body, and it's pure atomic iodine. Most forms are bound so you don't absorb them, but even microscopic amounts of the broken down type are better than nothing because your body recognizes it and takes it on and tries to use it instead of bromine, chloride, fluorine, and the other bad ones. And there's a lot of things better than just wealth in this world. How about physical wealth? When I forget to take my iodine, I'm an idiot. We have X2. It's selling out because a company tried to put me over the barrel from the oil well company that drills to get it at 12,000 feet. We ended up finding an even better company. Their chemist said, you can put this in the way you have it, but you should add a little bit of vitamin C to stabilize it so it doesn't oxidize, and this other form of iodine, and the other form, all three, so that it's better absorbable. That's X3. We have a limited supply of X2. It's our final run. But here are the headlines. How adding iodine to salt boosted American IQ. That's Discovery Magazine, ladies and gentlemen. And then we've got the New York Times. Now, again, this is from 12 years ago. In raising the world's IQ, the secret is salt, but it's not. It says right here, adding ionized iodine to the salt. Boosted IQ 10 to 20 points, increased fertility. They put it in the water the kids are given at school in China. Why do I say that? Because in the 20s, we had major reproductive problems, major deformities, major retardation, major IQ reduction, not on the coastal areas where people got fresh fish that had some iodine in it, but in the Midwest. You fund us and you get atomic iodine with the other two types of iodine, so it's fully absorbable. That's why we have Survival Shield X3. I can keep selling X2 till the cows come home, and it's there. But this is the best. X3, InfoWarsStore.com, InfoWarsLife.com, or 888-253-3139.